Good morning, everybody. I know the timer's still got a little bit on it. We're going to get started here anyway because we are running behind. Um, Actually, not really, since this was a kind of unplanned thing for this morning. I was planning on taking a few days away from the stream just to continue getting everything um, set up in other world, but then I realized one thing. My ADHD would have had me hyper focusing, and I would have gone in, started the project, and unlike this where I have 3 clocks to keep me on track and keep me um, on the correct time to make sure I get out to go to work on time, I didn't have any clocks in there. I had only my watch. And what that would mean is until I get set up for the stream and get clocks in there, I would get lost in the project and not go to work ever. Can't do that. So I do have plans to get that work done. I did get some work done on it this morning before I decided to stream, which giving me plenty of time. But then I went to go to the stream and had everything going, everything logged in, ready to go. Hit the button, and absolutely nothing happened. Didn't stream, didn't go live, didn't do anything. So I had to reboot everything. That's starting a little bit later than our normal start time, but it's okay. I picked Iowa Plains today because that's kind of taking it back to my hometown or home state of Iowa. Don't really have anything specific that we're going to get done today, other than looks like we have some pallets to pick up and move around. None down there, but we have plenty right here. That's compost, so we'll need to get that picked up and taken over. Don't know if we're just going to sell it outright or if I'm going to use it in the fields. Since normally when I get the field work done, I just have workers doing it, and I just have them buy the fertilizer and the soil and stuff. So then I sell what I generate. But we have everything here. Looks like that one may need a little bit more nitrogen. The yields aren't very good after the first harvest. And then our seed rates. Nothing right now is ready to harvest. So it's just going to be a pallet pickup day. So for that, we're going to come over here and get into this vehicle. So yeah, I did get some excuse me. I did get some progress made on the plant rooms set up. I'm going to try to get some more done tonight because we do want to start getting some plants in the ground sooner rather than later. We're not in the ground, but started, ready to go sooner rather than later. I do have my what I'm calling test seeds because they're coming out of things that we've bought. So I've got some strawberry, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry seeds to go and try to plant. I'd like to get all of those going and see if I can get them going somewhere and just try it out, because that's part of what we're trying to do here is you guys learn as we learn. So if I learn that I can take seeds out of things and make them grow into other things, I'm going to show you guys that we can do it. And then it'll also go from there. If I can start getting an abundance of berries of all kinds, go into the next process of jams, and besides just regular eating of the fruit, we can do the jams and all of that fun stuff as well. If you guys follow along on my Facebook page, you know that we are in the middle of a kitchen remodel. I say in the middle of because it was not supposed to take more than a day what we were getting done, and it took all of last weekend. It's going to take more of this weekend coming up. Let's pick up some of this compost here. Are we full? I think we might be full, so. So, we're not doing the live videos for that just because trying to have a camera positioned where it's going to see actual progress being made didn't work out. It kept getting in the way. So we kind of are trying to stay the kitchen's small enough as is without trying to have cameras in the way. So we basically are just taking update photos as we get along into different processes so that they can go up on the page to show everybody that we are in fact making progress on it. And if everybody thinks that I take on way too many projects, I do. I have a very long list of projects that I'm trying to get done. And I just don't say no. And I like to keep I don't like to be, but I am always buried in a long list of projects. All right, we're going to take this to the sell everything point. Because it's paying out the most right now. Because I think when it says warehouse, I think it's referring to my warehouse, which means I won't get paid for it. It'll just be there. Which would be great if... Man, that guy's a pain in the butt. But it would be nice if when I stored a lot of the fertilizers and composts and that, if when I automated the worker, instead of him purchasing the supplies, he gets it moved from. And now you can see why I've turned off traffic in every other map. But like if I take all this compost and I put it in the silo, and when I'm needing it out in the fields, instead of the person buying it, it would be transferring it out of the silos to the tractors. Okay, and at this point, I've had it with traffic up to the point where I am now shutting it off. We hit that point on every map. It's when it actually really bothers me, and that 2 times right there in a row where it's bothering me, then yeah, it's time for it to go. And we're tipping. Oh, no. Alright, back on the road. It looks like I will be having quite a few trips because it was putting some back real fast as I was rolling them out. So what I am hoping to be able to do tonight is at least get a single camera set up, or maybe a couple, not the whole streaming setup. I have a computer and everything that I'm getting ready to put out for testing it, but it's in progress. But if I could get a camera and something set up so that I can show you guys planting, we want to be able to very soon get our arrow gardens going, and I want to get my test seeds going so that we can all see if they're going to work. I know the arrow garden's going to work. We did it last year. It worked great. But we have the other ones we want to get going too. We bought quite a few 6-pack planters to get things planted in. And if all goes well with that, hopefully when I get to my first, I have a show that Gavin Farm will be participating in the beginning of May. And I'm hoping that with that, I'm going to automate him to this. I'm going to keep him on the road because I'm pretty sure if I say go there, it'll tell me it can't make it. But if I was to say, what was I? Oh, yes. I have a show coming up, or a thing coming up in May where I'm going to have some merch to sell, but I also want to be able to sell, like if we have plant starts, we'd be able to make sure that, or I have some to sell there too. I don't know if I'm going to have any of my other stuff ready yet because I don't have anything yet. And it all depends on how much longer it takes me to get the kitchen done. Because I'd like to have like a few jams and jellies and stuff in there. But again, it all depends on what happens and how long it takes to get everything set up. And once the kitchen remodel is completely done, there will be... Is he not driving? He is not driving. Of course he's not driving. I am going to try here. I'm going to see if on the next load of compost, if it'll let me put it into a silo. I'm gonna pull it over to the warehouse, see if it'll let me take it to the silo. Because if it does, my greenhouses take compost too. And so if I can keep it stored, then that would be awesome. I just realized when I was looking at the greenhouses that they, pretty sure, anyway. Let me try this again with getting this guy to drive to his destination. and we'll try that again. But those are my apple trees. If those, no, they take manure. Okay. I thought something took compost. But I'll be looking for something that maybe takes compost. It might not be on this map either. I'll look at my other maps and see too. All right, let's see if this guy's going. He is. Perfect. Now my titles showing. Yeah, my titles are showing one thing, so my title didn't update. Even though I put it in several times that it was Iowa Plainsview. So I'll have to go back through and change that later. So now we go over to a silo and we'll see if it'll let me put it in silo. Yeah, of course. Wouldn't be a farm stream without hitting a light pole. And just to reassure everybody that when I drive in the real world, I have not hit any telephone poles. It's only in game where I smack them and street signs and other cars. So yeah, in-game driving is not the same as real life driving. I have hit a deer. That was not fun. So my question of the day, how many people on my Facebook group page are able to walk into a Tractor Supply, get what they need, leave without buying extra chickens? And when I say extra chickens, if you're going in for chickens, then that's great. But if you're not going in for chickens, are you able to make it out with it at this time of year when they've got the babies? Are you able to make it out without buying more chickens? We have only had to make one trip to Tractor Supply right now, and we did not end up with extra babies. Mainly because we have 14 and we don't have any more space to put any more right now. Oh, I was going to go to the warehouse. Oh, well, there's a silo over here too. Yeah, we don't have any more space in our coop or in our run for chickens. In fact, one of the projects that we have lined up this summer is to build a bigger coop for them at night. Not only because we want them to have a little bit bigger space, even though all 14 of them will cram right into the same corner, but also we noticed some issues with our current one over the winter and it not staying warm enough at all. Because we basically took a $70 metal garbage can shed and modified it for a chicken coop. It turns out didn't work too well. So we want to build something that we're able to actually insulate a little bit bigger for them to move around in. Let's see if the silo will take the compost here. Did not. Okay. So this silo did not take the compost, but let's go to the other one. We're gonna go to the warehouse. A lot of driving around, I know. And if it doesn't take it, then we'll just... if it's referring to this warehouse, then we'll take it there. Otherwise, we'll have to drive all the way back across the map. I don't see why it wouldn't take it, though. So let's come over here. Oh, there's a raspberry phone. We've had some issues with this in the past. So it's working okay right now. But I've had issues where I would drop product in, and next time I loaded the game, it was completely empty. No pallets at the end, no product processed. So looks like it's doing okay now. The raspberry gardens are not very quick at producing plant or material to keep it full, which is fine as long as it's able to keep running. And at some point, the production will probably get switched over to my 4 fields, or in the grand scheme of things, I could very well, instead of keeping all these different maps, start narrowing it down to my Iowa Plains map that I'll keep because it's my home state, and then my No One's Land map, which is... My goodness, the chickens are going crazy. Sorry, distracted by a chicken going crazy outside. But my No One's Land map, which is going to be my new headquarters map, and there's plenty of room if I wanted to have fields, animals, production plants, all of it in one spot, I could. And I might do that just to... just so that everybody is seeing progress on one map instead of trying to see progress of several different maps all at the same time. This reminds me, I do have some wood chips to bring in from no one's land onto here. So we're going to drop this off and see, and then we're going to have to end the stream for the day because we've kind of hit the... Okay, and it's taking it. So we have the silo that's taking it at the warehouse. That was a weird sound. I don't know if that means it was putting it on pallets over there or in this silo. But anyway, weird sounds or not, it took it. So we have compost in the silos now, ready for our next grand adventure. But as always, I have to get ready to go to work. So it's time to end the stream. And like I said, this is why I can't work on projects early in the morning, because I would have still been working, and it hit time to be at work, and I'm still working, buried in project at here. I know this was kind of a crazy out there stream today, and I will have to fix the title because, like I said, something wasn't working right, and I did change it to say Iowa Plainsview, and it didn't update it apparently because it's saying no one's land. But anyway, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to help support the channel and what we're trying to do with Gavin Farm, please subscribe or follow. All of my updates will usually be on Facebook, unless if it's a crazy one like this morning where I didn't update the Facebook page, I just went live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. And eventually I'll figure out TikTok and maybe get that on there too. I don't do much with my TikTok right now. I have a Gavin Farm TikTok. But I'm still learning it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, following along in this crazy adventure, my crazy brain, and trying to... I throw out hundreds and hundreds of ideas a lot, and usually nobody's around to rein me in. I do have people that rein me in, but if they don't know that I have all these projects I'm putting out there, they don't know to rein me in on that part. I am going to be continuing work on getting the plant room ready for live streaming so that we can do streams from it. In the meantime, if we do anything for planting right now, I will probably record it and upload it as a video to YouTube and Facebook instead of streaming it live, just until we get all of the ducks in a row to have that working from the point of being in there to stream live. My test seeds will not get planted until I'm able to stream live, because I really want that to be a live stream. The arrow gardens might get planted as a video and uploaded that way. But with that, I really need to get going to work, or getting out there, getting ready for work. Keep up with all my updates on my Facebook, and always remember, farm your yard. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.